Mamlambo, the river goddess who controlled the fortunes of those who lived near waterways. Welcome to Deka Rankings. The topic for today is Top 8 Most Powerful Zulu Gods. From the heart of Southern Africa comes one of the continent's most influential spiritual traditions. The Zulu people of South Africa built a rich mythology around gods who shaped creation, controlled nature, and guided human destiny. These deities governed everything from the harvest to the heavens, from rivers to rain. Their worship connected communities to the land and ancestors for centuries. Today we rank the 8 most powerful gods of the Zulu pantheon, from the least to the most mighty. We will explore their domains, their influence on Zulu society, and how their legacy endures in modern Southern African culture. Number 8. Inyanga. Inyanga, the moon deity, governed the night sky and the cycles that ruled Zulu life. This god controlled the lunar calendar that determined planting seasons, harvest times, and ceremonial dates for the Zulu people. Traditional healers and diviners, also called Izinyanga, drew their title and power from this celestial deity. The moon's phases were seen as Inyanga's moods. Waxing brought growth and prosperity, while waning brought reflection and rest. Zulu communities tracked time through lunar months, making this deity essential to agricultural success and social organization. Women especially honored Inyanga, as the moon's cycle aligned with feminine rhythms and fertility. Today, the influence of Inyanga remains in traditional Zulu timekeeping and the continued respect for lunar healers in rural communities. Number 7. Inkanyamba. Inkanyamba, the great serpent deity of storms and waterways, inspired both reverence and terror among the Zulu people. This massive snake-like creature was said to dwell in deep pools and waterfalls, particularly near Howick Falls in KwaZulu-Natal. When Inkanyamba rose from the waters and took flight, it brought devastating storms, tornadoes, and flooding that could destroy entire villages. The Zulu believed this god controlled seasonal rains and could withhold water during droughts if not properly respected. Rituals and offerings were performed near water sources to appease Inkanyamba and ensure sufficient rainfall for crops. Those who claimed to see the creature described it as longer than 10 men, with a horse-like head and the ability to fly through storm clouds. Modern Zulu communities still report sightings near traditional sacred pools, and the deity remains a powerful symbol of nature's untamed force in South African folklore. Number 6. Mbaba Mwana Waresa. Mbaba Mwana Waresa, goddess of rain, beer, agriculture, and harvest, was among the most beloved deities in Zulu tradition. She lived in the clouds in a round house made of rainbow arches, from which she sent life-giving rain to the fields below. Her most famous myth tells how she chose a mortal man, Thandiwe, as her husband after testing his character and humility, bringing divine blessing to humanity through their union. As goddess of beer, she presided over the brewing of traditional sorghum beer used in ceremonies and celebrations, making her central to Zulu social and spiritual life. Farmers prayed to her before planting and offered thanks after harvest, recognizing her control over crop success. Her dual nature as both a nurturing provider and powerful stormbringer made her complex and deeply respected. Today, traditional Zulu ceremonies still honor Mbaba Mwana Waresa, especially during agricultural festivals and beer brewing rituals that connect modern communities to ancient practices. Number 5. Mamlambo. Mamlambo, the river goddess who appeared as a giant serpent, controlled wealth, prosperity, and the fortunes of those who lived near waterways. She was said to inhabit deep river pools, particularly in the Eastern Cape, and could bestow incredible riches on those she favored or drown those who disrespected the waters. Legends describe her as having the body of a horse or python and the head of a beautiful woman, using her allure to attract victims. Those seeking wealth would perform rituals at riverbanks, offering gifts and prayers to gain Mamlambo's favor and protection for their enterprises. Her influence extended beyond the Zulu to other Southern African peoples, making her one of the region's most widespread deities. Stories warn that her gifts often came with terrible prices. Wealth gained through her favor could lead to misfortune or death in the family. Modern South African communities still report encounters with Mamlambo, and traditional healers continue to work with rituals connected to this powerful and dangerous goddess. Number 4. Nomkhubulwane. Nomkhubulwane, the Zulu princess of heaven and goddess of rainbows, fertility, and agriculture, was celebrated as the maiden deity who brought spring's renewal. She appeared as a beautiful young woman during the planting season, walking through fields and bringing the rains that made crops flourish. Her rainbow was seen as a bridge between heaven and earth, a sign of her blessing and the promise of abundant harvest. Young Zulu women performed special dances and rituals in her honor, celebrating fertility, purity, and the power of feminine energy in creation. she was closely associated with her mother Umbaba Mwana Waresa, together forming a divine feminine pair that controlled agricultural success. Unlike many deities, Nomkubulwan was approachable and gentle, representing hope and new beginnings rather than fearsome power. Her festivals marked the turning of seasons and brought communities together in celebration of life's renewal, and these traditions continue in modified forms in modern Zulu culture. Number 3. Inkosazana. Inkosazana, often merged or confused with Nomkubulwane in later traditions, was the corn goddess and protector of Zulu maidens. She wandered the earth in spring, blessing crops and ensuring the fertility of both land and people with her presence. Young women would perform ritual dances called Umkosi Womlaza in her honor, celebrating their transition to womanhood under her divine protection. As guardian of the harvest, she held power over the staple crops that sustained Zulu society, making her worship essential to community survival. Her festivals were among the most important in the Zulu calendar, bringing together entire communities in thanksgiving for successful harvests. She represented the sacred feminine power that transformed seeds into sustenance and girls into women, embodying the cycles of growth and maturity. Modern Zulu cultural practices still preserve elements of Inkosazana's festivals, particularly ceremonies celebrating young women and agricultural abundance that connect contemporary South Africans to their ancestral spiritual traditions. Number 2. uMvelinqangi. uMvelinqangi, whose name means the one who came first, or he who is in the very beginning, was the supreme sky god and original creator in Zulu cosmology. He emerged from the primordial reed beds and created all things: the sun, moon, stars, earth, animals, and the first humans. Unlike more interventionist deities, uMvelinqangi withdrew from daily human affairs after creation, dwelling in the highest heavens and leaving the world to run according to the laws he established. His distant nature made him less frequently invoked in daily rituals compared to more accessible gods, but his ultimate authority was never questioned. The Zulu saw thunder as his voice and lightning as his weapon, though he rarely used them against humanity. His role as distant creator reflected the Zulu understanding of divine hierarchy, a supreme being too great for constant interaction, who delegated earthly matters to lesser gods and ancestors. In modern times, uMvelinqangi's concept influenced how Christian missionaries translated God in Zulu, though traditional beliefs about this deity remain distinct in communities that preserve ancestral spirituality. Number 1. Unkulunkulu. Unkulunkulu, the Great One, or Ancient One, stands as the most powerful deity in Zulu mythology and the father of all creation. He emerged from the primordial reed beds of Uhlanga, creating the first man and woman, all animals, plants, and natural features of the earth. He taught humanity essential skills: how to hunt, farm, make fire, and live in communities, establishing the foundations of Zulu civilization and culture. His creative power extended beyond physical reality to establishing death itself, sending a chameleon with the message of immortality and a lizard with the message of death, with the faster lizard arriving first and sealing humanity's mortal fate. As the supreme creator and lawgiver, Unkulunkulu's will shaped every aspect of existence, from natural laws to social customs. Though he eventually withdrew to the spirit realm like many supreme African deities, his presence remained felt through the ancestors who mediated between him and living humans. Today, Unkulunkulu remains central to traditional Zulu spirituality and has been incorporated into various forms of modern South African religious practice, representing the ultimate source of all power, wisdom, and existence itself. These gods shaped the spiritual landscape of the Zulu nation, guiding everything from agriculture to destiny. Though colonial influence changed religious practices, their stories remain woven into Zulu identity and culture. From rainbows to rivers, storms to harvests, their power continues to resonate. Their temples may not stand in stone, but their names live on in the hearts of those who remember. The Zulu pantheon reminds us that divinity takes many forms, and the sacred is found in the land itself. Like this video, and subscribe to Deca Rankings for more videos like this.